What's up, my boys? Sorry, there was no audio in this clip. I don't know what happened, but I just want to welcome you to Guimarães, the birthplace of Portugal. This is day number 2. Let's go. So now it is raining AF.
Yeah, great start to the video.
Perfect start.
As we mentioned in our last video, there are some main sites that we have to visit. And one of the mandatory points of interest is Pena, Santuario da Pena, where you take a cable car and then you have the most amazing view of Guimarães, but also you can see all the way to Braga, I've heard. Today you can't see anywhere because it's completely clouded. So hopefully it'll clear up later so we can go there. So where we're going now is to this restaurant a lot of you guys have suggested. It's called Taberna Troubadour.
Yeah.
And it's like the place to go if you want, you know, typical Portuguese food that's good. And Guimarães. How old do you think this is, Amalie?
I don't know. 700 years maybe. I mean, you don't know?
But they didn't have the grout. They didn't have that back then. Did they? Or what?
That's like from the 16th century. I don't know. Okay.
Very cute place here.
I love this place. If you are like into aesthetics, like if that is what makes you happy, you should definitely come and spend a week here, because everywhere we walk, I'm like, I haven't stopped saying like, wow, ooh, wow, it's so beautiful.
But I think you said it very wisely yesterday that, you know, the reason why they have so many designers up here is that maybe it's because that they live in inspiring environments. We just went to Bragança and Mirandela, and I had the best aliera of my life. So, you know, it's my favorite, all-time favorite petisco in Portugal. This particular aliera we're having here looks different. It is almost like they deep fried it. But let me just cut to the chase. It doesn't have the lemony touch, which I love. But it's so smoothie that I find like this is just as good, but just in a different way.
Did you just say it was just as good? Really?
Almost.
So we are having moelas now. We have had moelas before, but now we are having it again. This time it's in a sauce of tomato, molho tomate. This is not one of my favorite things. In my childhood, my grandparents and my parents, they would force me to eat livers and everything else within the animal. Okay, this tastes very good.
Yeah?
I did not expect to like this.
I think you already guessed that everything we're having here is very, very typical for the northern part of Portugal, but also Guimarães. And this is rojozinhos, which is it's a combination of pork meat and pork rinds. Really good. But you know, most Portuguese food from the north, it's very heavy. You know, you might be looking here, it's like, Joen, you didn't finish your aliera, you didn't finish your moelas, we didn't finish your octopus. What's going on? But it's very heavy food, but that it's not a bad thing.
Hallelujah! Oh my God! Okay.
The
final dish, and it's something that I love because it has tomato. I think I'm the only one on this planet who loves tomato so much, but I just love it. And I have had arroz de tomate many times at home. My mother used to cook it for me every time I was done with ballet. But this one looks much better. Sorry, mommy. It's like a really good tomato soup. But then in addition to the soup, you have these very perfectly cooked rice.
But amazing, it's just tomatoes. Like get off that tomato horse. It's overrated.
It's not just tomatoes, because the waitress, she just explained to us that normally when you order the arroz tomate, you order it with this, which is like the northern version of pastiche de bacalhau.
It tastes like an omelette. You know, the best pastel bacalhau I've had was the one we had in Singapore, ironically enough. Tastes delicious. Actually, even better with a tomato. Guess how much this cost? All of it.
I already guessed. I said 45 euros for this.
Look at this, guys. 34 euros. It's a trophy. Save it. Amalie, save it. You need to wipe her ass, Amalie.
No, she takes care of that business herself. She's a dog.
She licks it or what?
She's a dog.
Are you telling me she licks her own ass?
I mean, it's
and then my face?
Yeah.
So in our last video we visited the factory of Senses Linen, a true Portuguese company that we are very proud to work with.
Yes.
And you saw the process, you saw how you make linen, how an idea goes
From idea
to physical product.
Today we're going to focus a little bit more on the physical product, because they actually have a pop-up store here in Guimarães.
What are you doing with our...
I will say, if this was my bed at my home, I would have killed the dog. So I'm very happy that it's in a showroom.
Lara, what did you do? What did you do? Yesterday we showed you guys the factory of how a true Portuguese company does its textile magic. It's incredible the amount of attention and detail and just the string of processes that it requires to get to this.
So, as we have mentioned in our previous vlog, we have a giveaway that we are doing for Senses Linen. And as you can imagine, it's not this little fluff ball, but it's something just as soft, because we are giving away a set of their bed linen. And I gotta say, we did not plan on showing this showroom the way that we did with Lara, but she basically took over the show because she loves running around in here. She loves Senses Linen.
I think she wants some bed linen herself. She's like, stop buying me those cheap dog
IKEA
beds.
dog things, yeah.
You know, this is one of the things about Portugal that doesn't get enough attention. Like, people, they don't understand how incredible the textile industry is here in Portugal. And not just the textile industry, it's also the furniture. It's basically anything you want to have produced, you can get it produced here in the northern part of Portugal. I don't know why it's only the northern part of Portugal. I'd like you guys to explain why it is. Are northern Portuguese people more creative than the southern Portuguese people?
It's about the resources, maybe. I mean, in the southern part, it's more corporate.
No, you know, as I used to say, it's because it's colder up here, and the colder it is, the more productive people are, because they don't have the sun and the pool to chill at. Because we've learned that. We're from Denmark, and up north we're very productive because it's cold and we have to move around to keep warm. But guys, use our promo code Stay Classy to get 10% off everything you buy from Senses Linen. This is truly something that improves your sleep, and you know, we love supporting Portuguese businesses. So yeah.
Do it.
Details below.
Aldeia da meia praia, ali mesmo ao pé de Lagos, vou fazer-te uma cantiga da melhor que sei e faço. De Monte Gordo vieram alguns por seu próprio pé. Um chegou de bicicleta, outro foi de marcha ré. Quando os teus olhos tropeçam no voo de uma gaivota, em vez de peixe vê peças de ouro caindo na lota. Quem aqui vier morar não traga mesa nem cama. Com 7 palmos de terra se constrói uma cabana.
It's hard not to be just blown away. I mean, this is such a Instagram hub. I mean, the amount of views you get here is everywhere you look. It's just impeccable. You know, and me and Amalie, we've been talking about how do we go about showcasing this town here, because it's kind of difficult, because it's like
It's a lot of history
it's
that
a
we
lot
don't
of-
know perfectly.
Exactly, and you know, we're not good at talking about history, because that's not our alley. We tried, we failed. I think you should come here for just to feel like you are part of a medieval life. It's like a time machine back to the 12th century. By the way, the atmosphere is amazing, and we just had a number of beers. You probably hear it, my boys, with the Simpsons Linen crew, and
The people up here are amazing as well.
they share the drinking habits with me. That's the best way I can describe it.
So I actually want to say something on a final note to Guimaraes, because at the hotel where we are staying, we have a television that we don't have at home. So last night when I couldn't sleep, I was watching Eat, Love, Pray. And that's an American movie about how great Italy is and how beautiful Rome is, how the food culture is amazing, how the people is amazing. And they are, but people have no idea how amazing Portugal is. And Guimarães is a beautiful example. Here, people have a big love for food. The town is extraordinary. Like, it's old, it's beautiful. Italy have had enough fame. Now it's Portugal's turn, you know. Saúde.
See you tomorrow morning.
So we are taking the cable car up this morning. Good morning, by the way, because we want to go to Pena to see how beautiful it is.
It reminds me of Madeira.
I actually feel okay in this one for some reason. Joen, for helvede!
Hvad mener du?
Sæt dig! Sæt dig ned. Jeg gider ikke. Ej, ved du kan fandme ikke være det bekendt. Du kan fandme ikke være det bekendt. Fuck nu dig. Jeg gider ikke det der.
I think it's a little bit overpriced, because it's €7.5 per person for the round trip, and it's literally 40 degrees in here. It's like a sauna, and we could have taken our car up here. You know, the pilgrims, they came for the sanctuary, but we probably, and most people probably come for the view.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, the original sanctuary was burned down in 1939, so they had to rebuild it out of the remainings. So basically, this church is from 1949, so it's not like it's very old actually.
No.
But they have kind of tried, they hired this architect who's called Marques de Silva, and he tried to rebuild it in the same kind of style that the original were before the fire, and you kind of can tell because it doesn't really look like it's from 1949.
Yeah, it's built in a medieval style, and
It's like neo-Gothic.
I'm not
actually.
blown away by the aesthetics, but
The park, on the other hand, is amazing, and that's what you would come here for.
you know, I've always been super fascinated with boulders. There's just like, first of all, how did they get here? How did that land there Did it rain with boulders?
Did
Was
it
it an
fall from the
explosion? I want to know, but I don't know. And that's why, you know, we're done with Guimarães for now.
Only for now. We're gonna come back many times, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Amalie wants to go back here during the winter, so we get the true Portuguese winter. But
Christmas.
we're going to the last place, which is something we have been looking forward to ever since we saw it for our first time.
Yes.
So yeah,
Let's go there.
keep watching, guys.
Welcome, guys, to Casa do Penedo.
How epic is this place here? We are 30 minutes from Guimarães, so as you can understand, this is a place that everybody would want to see. And when we saw it the first time, it was like, oh my god, this looks fake.
So guys, when you first see this house, you will think that this is maybe 500 years old, but in reality it was actually built in 1974 by a guy from Guimarães, and he built this place in order to spend time with his family here.
As a summer house.
As a vacation home, yeah.
Unfortunately, this is not an Airbnb you can rent, but this
No.
would be the ultimate Airbnb.
Yeah.
I mean, I would pay good money to stay here. There are some people in there getting a tour. I thought we paid for it, but you know, apparently not. I think we're gonna write them an email and say, hey, we're huge YouTubers. Can we come and see it inside? We thought this would be a terrific way to end our Guimarães adventure, because we're at the end of it.
Now we are continuing to Dodo Valley because we are staying at probably the most interesting hotel in Portugal.
We're staying at Six Senses. We've been wanting to stay there forever. In terms of Senses linen, we have linked everything below. And if you want to get yourself that tasty linen, you can use our code Stay Classy to get 10% off.
Of everything. Obrigada por ver o vídeo.
Yeah. Até logo.
Até logo.